right, good evening, everyone. Welcome back on the Speaker Show. Oh my goodness, it's been a very wonderful Friday evening, and I'm very, very excited to be here with each and every one of you this evening. All right, so welcome. Before I go further, I'm just gonna do a quick introduction. So, my name is Niniola Fatai, and I'm the host of the Speaker Show. So, for some of you who are just joining us for the first time, so the Speaker Show is a place of inspiration, motivation, where minds are being liberated through reasoning. So, what that means is that through other people's story, you can actually find your home path. You can be inspired one way or the other. We believe very strongly that each and every one of us have a great potential, and you can do it on your own. You can carry that burden on your own. So we are here to support you emotionally, physically. So we coach, we mentor, we support you in any kind of way that we can. So thank you for joining the speaker show this evening. And I'm so I'm very excited for what we have tonight because this is going to be a very, very great section. So before we get into, because we have a guest. So before we get into it, I want you to sit down, relax, invite your friends and your loved ones, invite them, let them be part of what's going to happen this evening because this is going to be very, very exciting. I'm telling you. And you are going to learn something from this evening show because the woman coming tonight, she's an epic of an example, a great example. She is the founder of a non-organization, non-profit organization in Nigeria, which is actually called Compassionate Mommies International. So, she has been doing this for so long. And then, to top it up, she's a businesswoman, she's an entrepreneur, she's a pastor at the same time. Oh my goodness, she is into so many things, she's done so many things and she has helped a lot of people, empathetic personality who create, just helping people to do better, not to suffer, like whatever way that she can help, especially with her foundation is what she's been doing to help people, in order for us to have a better place, So, and she has been a great inspiration for me, myself. And that's why I'm very excited. She's been on the show before and I'm very excited to have her back. All right. So, everyone, please help me welcome my very, very wonderful, wonderful, great mentor, mommy, everything that you can call it. All right. So please welcome Dr. Anuoluwapo Koleola. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Welcome. How
Thank
are
you.
you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. You look
Nice to see you.
amazing.
Thank you. Nice
You
to see you again.
thank you. I'm so happy to have you back on the show. And I understand that you're very busy, so thank you for taking the time to be with us tonight.
You're welcome.
All right. So how you doing? So what's new? What's new with you that you would like to share with us this evening? Because we've got a lot to talk about. You know that.
Oh, the last time I was on the show, I was still living in Toronto, but now I'm in Ottawa at the capital city.
Amazing.
So relocation happened and I'm loving it here.
Wow. That's good. Ottawa is a very beautiful city. You
It's the
know,
seat of
it,
power.
City of power. Exactly. Wow, that's good. That's good. Wow.
Thank
So
you.
what's been happening? So how is your organization? How is everything going? Because we have a great topic tonight, okay?
Yeah.
And I know that you're an advocate of that. And I feel that this topic is something that we need to talk about, because we see a lot of people, a lot of women, go through a lot of, all these depression, anxiety, and and they try to find a way to deal with it and they struggle with it. So, and I know that because you are so passionate in that area, you can throw a lot of light and then how to go about it and then make the place a better place for us. So let's hear from you tonight.
Okay. You forgot to tell our audience that I'm a mental health professional. I study
Sorry about
mental health and addiction. So that is why I said this topic is a good one for me. It's something I know the nook and crannies, everything about,
Amazing.
postpartum, yeah, postpartum depression. We call it PDD. And, it's entirely different from baby blue. Baby blue can just, after, delivery, maybe just 2 weeks and it goes away. PDD does not go away if you don't treat it. It is treatable, but if you don't treat it, PPD does not go away. And every does everyone know our topic tonight? Our topic is how to deal with postpartum depression and anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
How to deal with postpartum depression and anxiety, because most of our men, they don't know what PPD is about. They just, when a woman gives birth and she start, acting up, behaving, somehow, they think maybe she's not kind anymore. She doesn't want to relate to people anymore. She's just, some men, even instead of them to help the women, they go out to seek for love elsewhere. That, oh, why is she behaving this way? What? No. PPD is, it happens, after delivery, and it can begin within the first year after childbirth, after delivery. It happens to women, but it impacts men, child, foster carer. Um,
Yes.
yeah, it affects fathers, child care, professional people that help somebody that just give birth. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
healthcare providers, because if they don't study the person well, they might be having problem with the person. So the symptoms and signs that you can notice in someone that you know that, oh, this one has PPD, is that they feel tired, they feel fatigue, they
Mm-hmm.
can't sleep well, they lack, you know, um, emotion for the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Time they can just go flat on emotion. They can't
Mm-hmm.
even, be kind to the baby. So some of them will want to hurt the baby, maybe kill the baby. It's a
Mm-hmm.
terrible thing. So I
Yes.
love the fact that we are discussing this issue. In the Western world here, PPD is known. Many people know about PPD, postpartum depression. But in our world where we came from,
Mm-hmm.
they don't know about it. So
Mm-hmm.
this video can go viral. We can make it go viral so that African men, African healthcare providers, African caregivers should know about PPD. The person, the mother, start feeling she can just be crying. She may
Mm-hmm.
just be crying and crying. They call it crying spell. She will
Hmm.
just start crying without nobody hurting her, nobody doing anything to her. She just start crying. Her hormone changes, and it is
Mm-hmm.
because the estrogen and the progesterone level is raised. So she
Mm-hmm.
starts, yeah, because her hormone is not balanced anymore. And
Hmm.
because if she lacks support, she would not be able to come out of it.
Hmm.
And the symptoms begins within the first few weeks after childbirth, and it can last longer.
Hmm.
Yeah. And the reason why you can't separate anxiety from PPD is that they both correlate. They are not
Hmm.
mutually, exclusive. They are together.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because anxiety means, you'll be feeling, you know, like excessive worry. You just worry over
Mm-hmm.
nothing. Over, you say, oh, maybe the baby wants to die. Oh, you just have excess worry. But PPD, has to do with persistent sadness. The person
Mm-hmm.
will just be sad, and
Mhm.
it will be, persistent, repetitive.
Mhm.
PPD can be severe or mild, and
Mhm.
it doesn't. If it doesn't go away within the first 2 weeks, professional help should be sought.
Mm.
Professional help should be sought as ASAP. If it goes away within 2 weeks, it is just baby blue. I've explained it. It is just baby blue. It is nothing. But if it doesn't go away, professional help must be sought. She wouldn't be able to sleep well. She's cranky. She's
Mhm.
having fatigue. She's
Mhm.
feeling so sad and guilty that, oh, why did I bring this baby to the world? And she
Mm.
starts thinking, I will kill this baby. She
Mhm.
might kill the baby.
Mhm.
So, one of the symptoms I've told you is anxiety. So, you can't separate anxiety from PPD. Let me stop there in case you want to ask me another question.
Thank you so much for explaining that. Actually, it is true because I remember I have someone like so close to me, and at some point at some point in the journey of the childbirth, after the baby, sometimes she just cries.
I'm telling
Sometimes she's just like I'm sad for no reason,
you
and
exactly.
nothing is making her sad you know but the sadness just come, unexplainable you
Yeah.
know and sometimes she's like, I don't know if I can do this on my own. I don't need, and I feel that those time at the moment that you need people the most, to be around you.
Mhm.
But if you don't have the right people to support you during that time, you can go far and lead more. So
Exactly.
it's a critical stage that a lot of women go through, but it's not being talked about. It just
Exactly.
seems as something that, you just suck it in. That,
Mm.
okay, part of motherhood. It's part of the process, but at the end of the day, I think, and which is so beautiful that we're talking about it, that the more we create that awareness that these things are real, and these women, they need support, they need you to be there, even
Exactly.
though it's just talking, maybe it is just talk to them, be with them, support them. They need that huge support, because
Mm.
these things are real, that people actually, that they experience, that people experience, women experience it.
I
So
know.
yeah, so thank you for sharing that. So,
Yeah.
but my question is this, what do you think, it is cultural or society expectation, you know impact on mother willingness to seek help, in those area, or what do you think, or you just feel that, you know because like you said, that they can deal with it, they can, if they can't deal with it, they can seek help. So, but what do you think, society wise or cultural wise, like you said, where we came from, most women don't seek help in those area, because it's just being seen as that. So what do you think about that?
The society we came from does not give chance for women to seek help when it comes to, especially when it has to do with something that can stigmatize. The
Mm-hmm.
people shy away from seeking help.
Mm-hmm.
When stigma comes in, when I somebody gives birth now, and she start crying, start misbehaving, and people say, what is wrong with you? Is it not baby you just gave birth to? Is it only you that just gave birth to baby? You need to put yourself together. Some
Mm-hmm.
mother-in-laws don't even understand it. They'll say, put yourself together, mashallah, mashallah. No, it's not that way. you
Mm-hmm.
know our culture and the society we came from, they believe that once you give birth and you didn't give birth through cesarean section, so you need to pull yourself together. But now people are getting aware of
Mm-hmm.
PPD, you
Mm-hmm.
know
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't speak up that you are having these issues, you are crying, you just notice that you are crying, and you just notice that you are thinking about hurting your own child, you need to seek help
Mhm.
before things go haywire.
Mhm. Mhm.
People
Mhm.
might shy away from seeking help because they don't want to be judged, right? They don't want to be stigmatized. They just want to, oh, I'm strong after childbirth. If you need
Yeah.
help, seek help, speak up.
Yeah.
People expect a new mother to be joyful all through after childbirth. So when they see you crying, getting
Mhm.
moody, they might misconcept you. But thank God, this society we have, if you, because after you give birth, your doctor
Mhm.
may not know that you have PPD. They might have discharged you from the hospital and you go home. But
Mhm.
before somebody displays that, because it can be hereditary, right? It's
Mhm.
from the gene. If your grandmother has PPD, you might have PPD. If your mother has PPD, you might have PPD. If anybody in your family has PPD, you might have PPD. So
Oh wow.
if you, yeah, so if
Mhm.
you notice that it is in your heredity, you can do early screening for it to know if you have it or not. The women, genetics really play a lot of roles in our in our body structure, in our hormones and everything. That
Mhm.
is why somebody goes to the doctor, if she says, God forbid, if the woman says she has cancer, the first thing the doctor will ask you is that, does your mother have cancer? Does your grandmother have cancer?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because they look at the biology aspect of it, the genetics. Is it
Mhm.
in the heredity? Is it hereditary? So
Mhm.
it can be inherited, and
Mhm.
there can be a genetic overlap between PPD and anxiety and the mood disorder, because you can't separate anxiety from mood disorder. They are almost the same thing. Because
Mhm.
um, your emotion can be high, it can be low, it can be flat. So
Mhm.
PPD and anxiety disorder are, they move pari
Together.
passu. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. So my next question for you is this. So how do you think that, like, mothers in this situation, like, can actually be supported, like, in the community, or it could even be like, workplace. what
Mhm.
what kind of support do you think they can provide to them?
Yeah. I want to use my own as an example, because
Mm-hmm.
when I had my last child,
Mm-hmm.
I gave birth to her in Canada. Apart from the fact that she came as a preemie, she was 27 weeks. I had PPD,
Mm-hmm.
because when I had my first child in Nigeria, when I had my first child, I noticed that I would just be crying unnecessarily. I
Mm-hmm.
would just be moody.
Mm-hmm.
But later it went away. So I know that that wasn't PPD on a full scale. It was just baby blue, because it went away. And some people
Mm-hmm.
supported me, right? But when I came here to Canada, thank God for this government. Thank God for Canada. Anywhere I am, I will always be grateful to God for bringing me here. I didn't know that I have PPD now, because from baby blue, it has blown to a full depression. And
Mm-hmm.
what happened was that I lost my mom, I lost my dad. So I already had depression. I was being treated for depression. But when I had the baby, it now generated into postpartum. Post mean after delivery.
Mm-hmm.
I had PPD, but I did. We call it in mental health. We call it CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. It's a psychotherapy that helps you to be able to, you know, it changes your behavior, it changes your thought pattern. And I would explain it in a practical way how I did it. I look at myself, I look at my children. I said, if I die, that's CBT. You are thinking and changing your thought pattern yourself. I said, if I die now, nobody can ever and ever be able to take care of my children as I want. So
Mhm.
I should come out of this depression myself. I that day I stood in front of a mirror and I was talking to myself. I was doing CBT for myself. That
Amazing.
is a cognitive behavioral therapy. When you think you change your, if you have been feeling sad, you have been feeling whatever, you can change it. People
Mm,
that sink in depression and die in depression is because maybe they didn't change their thought pattern.
mm,
Even the Bible says we should renew our mind. We should change our. Some people they believe everybody hates them. But if you can change your thought pattern that I am loved, I am cherished, I am
mm,
the best that can happen to anybody,
mm,
that is CBT. You are changing your thought pattern. So, whenever I was emotionally down, I would stand in the front of the mirror. I started renewing my mind, renewing my. The recovery journey was not easy. Well, it didn't come in a day, but it
mhm.
came. Now I am out of it.
Wow, amazing. What a
Yeah,
great experience. Wow,
yeah.
wow,
It
wow.
is treatable. You can take medication for it, but I rather, because it is not compulsory, you take medication for it. You can take psychotherapy, and that is CBT. Renew your mind, do exercise, go out,
Amazing.
engage, seek for
Mm,
social support. Seek.
mm,
This is Canada. Everybody knows you can be given a PSW to help you with the baby.
mhm,
You can be given support. There are community resources that you can read up, you can use, you can go to the library, get materials, know what it is, know what PPD, especially our men, they should know what it is so that they will not just be judging. In mental health, one of our ethics is that we don't judge our clients. Even if our
mhm,
client is going haywire, going gaga, we don't judge.
mhm,
We put them in our own shoe. It is called empathy. You empathize with your clients.
mhm.
So no
Wow.
matter what happens, you don't judge anyone. So that is how to help yourself, you know, because if you don't do that, PPD will affect your relationship with your husband, with your child,
Mm,
with
mm,
people around you, with the new baby,
mhm,
with the children on ground already. You won't be
mhm,
able to do anything for yourself. You will sink every day in depression. Then I
mhm,
don't like going out. I will just be in the room. I will
mhm.
just be moody. So
Wow.
that is
Wow.
it.
Wow. Okay, so we still have more questions that we're gonna ask because this is very interesting and I feel that and I'm learning too. So so and and there's still more questions and then we're gonna be taking questions from the audience as well. So if anyone has any question that they would like to know, that they're not sure about, it can be a man, it can be a woman, doesn't matter. Please drop your questions and then we're gonna be taking them later on. But right now, we're going to go on a quick break and we're going to be right back. All right, all right. So, welcome back. Oh my goodness, welcome back, everyone. All right. So, that was quick. That was really quick. All right. So, thank you for still waiting around, everyone. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna be getting into what we have next. Oh my goodness. All right. So My next question for you is this. So people who actually even get the support, what kind of advice would you give to the people supporting women, in situations like this?
Number one, I already said it, that you should not be judgmental. Don't judge anyone having any mental health challenges because it's a mental health issue. PPD is postpartum depression is a mental health issue. You know, your role is to support. Your role is to be supportive, not to be judgmental. You can research on the topic if you don't know what it is. You can, access professional help from people around you. If your wife has PPD, you can ask a doctor, a mental health, like me, you can reach out to me. I'm a mental health professional, apart from my doctorate, professional doctorate in business administration. I have a postgraduate in mental health and addiction in Canada here. So you can seek for online resources. You can seek, help with childcare. Don't leave the chores alone to your wife. It is something that you need to support her, because if you support her, she's going to come out of it. She will
That's
not
true.
be sunken in depression. Help with the house help chores, help
Hmm.
with groceries, help with laundry.
Hmm.
Let the woman express her feeling. Don't shout her down, don't talk her
Hmm.
down.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
can take her to the gym for exercise. You can go on a walk with her. You can ask her, what is your new hobby? What do you want to do? You can just, help with the baby at night. When the baby is crying, feed the baby, support. So, those are the
Hmm.
things you can use to help someone suffering or going through postpartum depression.
Amazing, amazing. That's good. That's good. Okay, so my next this is gonna be my next question, and then we're gonna be going to the audience. Okay, because I think we've got some interesting questions right here in the audience. Okay, so real quick, what are the steps you think someone can take during pregnancy in order to reduce the risk of postpartum?
I said that you can go for screening, early screening, because you may not know that you have PPD. So you go
Hmm.
for screening. You can ask the doctor to test you, you know, to
Hmm.
screen you to know if you have it. And you can also, because PPD you may not be able to prevent it, but you can take proactive measures, proactive steps, especially
Hmm.
during pregnancies, to
Hmm.
help even before the baby comes to the world. You know, practical self-care. Just engage in practical self-care. Know the food. There are some food when you eat them, it boosts your mood.
Yeah.
Doesn't make your mood go down. It boosts
Hmm.
your. Then psychosocial education program is very, very, effective.
Hmm.
Yeah, you seek for counseling. You seek for counseling from professionals. Then you avoid anything that can lead you to stress,
Hmm.
that can make you unhappy.
Hmm.
Avoid news that you
Hmm.
know that can trigger your mood. Because if you can do that, you can transition you know from the childbirth period to motherhood, to
Hmm.
when you start lactating and breastfeeding and doing all sorts for your baby. You need to, take a proactive measure to
Hmm.
prevent the escalation.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, that's been wonderful. All right. So we're gonna be going to my audience right here, and then we're gonna enjoy some questions that they have for you. All right. So someone said, does it has to do with cognitive impairment?
Does it have to do with
Cognitive impairment.
cognitive impairment? That maybe
Yeah.
when the baby comes, he might have impairment, or the because cognitive impairment is when your mental health is not stable anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that has PPD has cognitive impairment, but it could still affect the baby too,
All right.
because it can make the baby not to be, we are talking about genetics here. We are talking of
Mm-hmm.
gene. The
Mm-hmm.
baby, when it comes to the world, it may, not that it may be sick mentally, but
Mm-hmm.
it may also develop traits of having PPD as it grows, or any other anxiety or mood disorder.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. All right. Okay. I hope that answered the person's question. All right. So another question. So how do one detect PPD at early stage, and what is the best treatment?
okay. Taking, there's a medication, there are a lot of medication about PPD, antidepressants, because it's depression. It has to do
Mm-hmm.
with depression. So there are a lot of antidepressants that the person can take, like we call one SSRIs, serotonin neo neuroprenine reuptake inhibitors. That may be too big to understand. Just say SSRIs. Those are the kind of, there are ranges, there are different ranges of medication, Brexanotone, different ones like that, to
Mm-hmm.
alleviate, to improve your mood. And
Mm-hmm.
also, I mentioned psychotherapy is very important. Then I mentioned psychosocial education, seek counseling, seek help, read journals about, read community resources about this
Mm-hmm.
thing we are talking about, because it doesn't only affect women, it affects people around them. It
Yes.
affects the husband, it affects the society. Somebody
Yes.
that is not, that is mental health is not stable, he can go into a store and start shooting everyone. He can
Mm-hmm.
throw the baby from a high, you know, high
Mm-hmm.
rise building down.
Mm-hmm.
It can,
And mhm. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
you have to seek help,
Mm-hmm.
because if he's not treated, it can be really, really damaging. So,
Yes. Yes, I agree with you because I remember I was listening to this lady, Jade Smith. So
okay.
Will Smith's wife, and then she talked about how much she went through, this postpartum, like, depression,
Yeah,
and how she dealt with it, and how it took her so
exactly.
long, to actually, to come out of it. And and she mentioned that most times, because of the fact that people don't, we take it for granted, we
Yeah.
feel it's not important. And
Mm.
the reality is that, you can't give what you don't have. If the woman is empty, if the woman is dry, if the woman is lost of energy, there's no how she's going to become cranky. you know
Exactly.
when she becomes cranky, the children are going to be affected, the
Exactly.
husband is going to be affected, the
Mm.
family and friends are going to be affected. And
Yeah.
the reality is that they won't even know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
They will just see that, this person is cranky. And
Mm.
she talked about so many things, how she became so sad,
Mm.
and and how she recovered at the end of the day. So it, I agree with what you said. It is very, very important, very important. Yeah. All right,
Very,
so
very.
we're gonna go to the next questions that we have here. Okay, so someone said, can PPD phrase out itself after a long period of time without a treatment? Which I believe you talked about it.
You have to treat PPD. It doesn't go away without treatment, but there are different ways you can treat it, right? But it doesn't go away without treatment. If baby blues go away within 2 weeks, baby
Hmm.
blue will just fade out. But PPD doesn't go away
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
you don't treat it, if you don't seek medical help. It doesn't go away.
Wow. Okay. So next question. So someone said here that what are the resources available to people going through post, okay, so the person didn't finish it, post depression in your organization?
In my organization, what we really offer right now is counseling. We always in fact every month, because we have a food bank in Nigeria. So every month we run a counseling session before we start the food bank,
Mm-hmm.
because wow, food bank is 90% women. Women come mostly to the food bank, any part of the world. So we counsel them. We If we need to, recommend to them to go to the hospitals to see a doctor, we
Mm-hmm.
recommend, because we are not medical professionals.
Mm-hmm.
We can recommend you to a mental doctor, to a psychiatrist, or someone in that nature that can help you.
Wow, that's good. Okay, that's good. All right, so we're gonna jump to the next question. All right, so someone said here that mental health issue from where we came from is not something we like to talk about.
Mhm.
And but how can we put it out there to ensure that people who have that can easily come out to discuss it? What a great question, actually.
I love the question. It's a great one. You don't have to be shy.
Mm,
Don't be shy. Even as a pastor, I spoke up. I told people I'm going through this. I need help, because they believe if you're a pastor, you are strong. You are not supposed to. But I lost my parent, my both parents, for crying out loud. And
mm,
if not that I sought help, it would have been more, probably by now I would have lost my mind. You can lose your mind if you have depression. You can be psychotic. You can have having psychosis. So
mm-hmm,
I said, I don't want that. I need to take care of my children. So
mm-hmm,
I sought help. Don't be shy.
mm-hmm,
Canada is a Canada is a big country, is a country, but to me, the way they care for people, it's like a communal setting. They are very, very, Canada is very, very into everybody.
mm-hmm,
Like everywhere you get to, even in the rural side, rural
mm-hmm,
areas, you see help.
mm-hmm,
So,
mm-hmm.
so to to really seek help and speak up in your community. There is always, like in my own community here in Ottawa, there are clinics, even youth clinics around, that some youths that just have their baby, they can't take care of the baby, maybe they are too young, like 14, 15, are in the shelter. We support them. We recommend them to a clinic that can take up their issues.
Wow, amazing, amazing. I think that's beautiful. That support is very, very critical, and it's essential that people make use of it. They speak out. Just that comfortability to just be yourself. To just say things out. Without fear of judgment. If we can remove that fear of judgment away and just be who we are, in expressing oneself, I think it will actually make a huge difference. So, just to add to that, I would just say that, women, in most cases, who is going through it, who is not even sure if they're going to go through it, maybe in the process of pregnancy, or maybe not even yet have, not yet pregnant, or maybe, you know, done and all that, the most important thing is speak how you feel. Find someone that you can talk to, because you can't do it alone. It can't be done alone. It can't be done alone. You need people. You need right people around you. So find right people that you can talk to, and I'm sure that, you will definitely get the help that you need. All right. So someone else said here, another question is this hereditary, or it is due to environment? What do you think?
It is hereditary. It can be genetic, that is heredity, and it can be as a result of, you know and it also can be as a result of what you have gone through, maybe situations that happen, maybe separation, divorce,
Mhm,
um you just move to a new society, a new community,
Mm-hmm.
because it might happen because you just moved to a new community, you feel you are not having enough support from where you were coming from. So it
Mm-hmm.
could be. One thing I would like to say is that if you want to take any medication on PPD, you need to seek medical advice from your doctor.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Don't just, especially that time you are still lactating, you are still breastfeeding, because the medication have a side effect. The medication might have a side effect. So you need
Mm-hmm.
to discuss it with your healthcare professional that, oh, this is the medication I am taking. Is it good for me? Can I? Because even if they are the one that recommend it for you, if they recommend it for you and you are noticing some side effects, you need to let your healthcare professional know. Because if you don't, you know, check if it can affect you, it can really, really be terrible if the side effect comes. Side effect ranges from sleeplessness. You can't sleep. You'll be doing
Mm-hmm.
your brain will be as if it wants to burst. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, you might be walking and talking,
Mm. Wow.
different things. So you need to seek help if you notice that your medication is having side effect on you.
Wow. Okay. So the last question we're going to be taking from the audience, and then we're going to be back to me. And I'm going to tell you, this has been amazing. It's been amazing. And I want to say thank you to you because you're doing a good job. And thank you for sharing your knowledge with us this evening. All right. So the last question I'm going to be taking from the audience is, so someone said, is it due to change, which I know you've talked about, but
Yeah.
is it due to change in hormone section, or the health state of the mother, or like I mean strength of bet bearing? What is the cost?
The cause is because your hormone is no more balanced. Your um mood is
Mm-hmm.
not stable.
Mm-hmm.
You are feeling depressed, you are feeling tired, you are feeling fatigued, you are
Mm-hmm.
feeling, so that is the real cause that make people to have, those are the symptoms, they are the signs and the symptoms. Those are
Mm-hmm.
the symptoms that you are not feeling happy. You feel, oh my god, why am I not having enough support? When I had baby blue, the reason
Mm-hmm.
was because my mom died. If my mom was alive, she would have been a kind of support to me. So my mother-in-law
Mm-hmm.
is my first
Mm-hmm.
child. So I have not understood my mother-in-law. She has not understood me. So, but I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to be petty. I don't want her to see me. I don't want mama to see me as maybe I'm cranky or I am just a complainer. I will now go to the washroom and lock up myself and start
Mm-hmm.
crying. I will lock up myself and I will be crying in the
Mm-hmm.
toilet in Nigeria at that time. But later, I was able to overcome it. But when I came to Canada, it grew to a full blown postpartum depression, especially because I had that child as a preemie. And if you have a preemie in Canada, no support, no house help. In Nigeria, I used to
Mm-hmm.
have house help. My mother-in-law will come and support me. My sister will be there. My family members will be there. But here, no house help. No one. Your husband has
Nothing,
gone to
nothing.
9 to 5.
No help.
Your husband has gone to 9 to 5. Nobody, your neighbor is
Mm-hmm.
minding their own
Mm-hmm.
business. Thank God that even though
Yes.
that time I had some Nigerian neighbors, they were helping me, but at times they will go to work. As a pastor
Yes.
of the church, I have people supporting, but they will come when they are out of, when they have closed for the day.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a
Mm-hmm.
lot. It was a
Yes.
lot for me.
Yes. Yes. Wow. 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 I it's hard, it's easy to talk about, but at the end of the day, the process is just the most challenging part of it. But and I feel that you really talked about something very important this evening, and just that fact of, which I think is very powerful, is you taking that initiative to, like, to renew your mind, to speak into yourself, to speak to yourself and bring life out of yourself.
Yeah.
I think is the most powerful part of it, that everyone needs to do, you
I
know.
don't want to, I'm a pastor, but I don't want to talk like, oh, like a pastor, because this is a general subject now. But renew your mind with the word of God. That
Mhm,
time I was always reading my Bible. Normally, as a Christian, I read my Bible. But what I mean is, I would take a scripture and I would digest it, like a
mhm,
scripture that talks about, I will not die but live to declare the works of the Lord in the land of the living. Many people around me, I was I
mhm,
was attending to so many people, even as a pastor, but they didn't know what I was going through.
mhm,
So that is why you hear that, oh, that person is a pastor, but she committed suicide. Oh,
mhm,
that person is a pastor, but she just blew herself up because she
mhm,
was going through trauma.
mhm.
It's like
That they are
putting
real.
more gas, more
Mm,
petrol inside the fire. They
mm,
didn't know what I was going through. I was coming from my Nigeria, where my mother-in-law was always helping me. My mother-in-law is over 80 years old now. That time, now she's 90, but she's very agile. She used to help me. But coming to a new country where
mm,
I don't know anyone, it's a new environment for me.
mhm,
So I had to be renewing my mind with the word of God. And I
mm.
had to practice what I call cognitive behavioral therapy.
Amazing, amazing. That alone, finish up everything. I'm telling you, because personally, I can emphasize it a lot. Like, what you put into your mind is exactly what you become. If you
Exactly.
feed your mind rightly, you're gonna attract what is in your mind. You're gonna attract how you think. You're gonna attract how you reason. Either physically, either emotionally, either spiritually. Like, you are definitely gonna attract what you think.
Yeah.
So,
You are
which
your thoughts. Sister
you are
Nini,
your
you
thought.
are your
Honestly,
thoughts.
you are your thoughts. You are your. It's so simple. If you feel people don't like you, like you said, it's because it's what you put it in your head. It's
Exactly.
because of the way you think about yourself.
Hmm.
If you feel that you are important, people are going to treat you as someone who is important,
Yes.
because it is what you put in your head. It is what you
Exactly.
believe about
Yeah.
yourself. So,
Exactly.
which is very, very important, that people need to understand that
Yeah.
our mind and our soul is connected to every single thing that
Every
we
fiber of our being. Yeah.
yes, that we need to work on. We don't take those things for granted. We don't take our soul for granted, our mind for granted. We develop it every single time. You
Yeah.
find ways to make it better. And I feel that, be doing that will actually help with mental depression, mental illness, like, the PPD and all
Yeah.
that. So I we just need to do more. We just need to do more. We need to do more. We need to do more. All right. So we're gonna be taking our last question right now. It's been wonderful. I don't want you to go. I don't know, each time when you come on the show, it's like I don't want you to go. But at the end of the day, we gotta work on the time. I don't think we'll ever finish it. We'll ever finish the topic.
I can come back on the same topic
Oh
if
my
you
goodness.
want.
Oh my goodness. All right. So what are the most effective therapeutic way or approach that you think would be the best for PPD and
The best,
anxiety?
yeah, the best approach is that CBT, because I stopped taking medication because I know medication always have side effects.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Medication always have side effects. There's no medication that the ordinary Tylenol has side effects.
Mm-hmm.
It's better I go by what I know how to do, to read
Mm-hmm.
read the word of God and to speak to myself. I
Mm-hmm.
do, like it's like meditation. When you are meditating, you
Mm-hmm.
commune with God, you talk to God. So also I speak to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
There are Bible verses. Be still, ye my soul. Oh, my soul, be still. As the deep panted after the water brooks, so
Mm-hmm.
my soul panted after you, oh God. All
Yes.
those scripture, I started digesting them, and one after the other, everything fade away. So the best thing is to renew your mind by the word of God and practice, what I call cognitive behavioral therapy. It helps you to have a change of mindset about
Wow.
anything you are going through in life, about
Mm-hmm.
anything. Just know that
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the tunnel, light will shine. No matter what you're going through, you won't
Mm-hmm.
end up in shame. That's
Yes.
it.
Yes, yes. Wow, wow, wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing. It's been a very wonderful evening. Oh my goodness. And I am super, super excited. I'm very happy that you're here with us, like I said before.
Thank you, ma.
And you're friend of us. So, I know we'll always have you back at any time, you know. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for sharing, like, what you know. Thank you for sharing with us. And thank you for sharing your personal experience with us at the same time. So, just give my audience a last word and then we can round up.
Oh, thank you everyone online for watching tonight. I want to especially appreciate my sister, Sister Nini. I want to say, if you notice that something is triggering you, we call it a trigger. In mental health, we call it a trigger. Maybe your mood is not stable, you are among people that don't make you happy, you are anywhere that you are not feeling happy, feeling fulfilled, you are not get maybe even you are living in an environment, maybe it's not too conducive for your health. You need to, like maybe you are living in what do they call it now, apartment where they smoke, they do a lot of things, you feel depressed in such environment. You can just change your environment, change your thought pattern, change everything that is not. You are the architect of your own life. Nobody can dictate your life for you, because if maybe probably something happens to you, they're still gonna blame you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to take a bull by the horn and say, yeah, I'm standing up on my feet for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So something that can trigger, like our mother-in-laws, they should understand more. Me, I am fortunate. I have a mother-in-law that understands. She doesn't fight with me. She takes me as a child. But some women, I want mama come, they don't take their children, their husband, I mean their sons' wife as their own. That thing can affect her. She might be feeling unhappy, feeling sad, feeling cranky. So
Mm-hmm.
please lend a helping hand. The world needs love. What we need is love.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us tonight, and I will see you again. Thank you. Oh my goodness. All right. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Oh my goodness, it's been wonderful. Well, our time is fast spent, but I'm excited because it's a great section that everyone needs to be aware. Even the men who are on the show. You can do better with your spouse. With your partner, with your sisters, with your friend. And because you don't know what they're going through, you can do better for them, by just listening to this process, like understanding that there's so much that women go through, that ladies go through, in the process of having a baby. So let's do better. We can always do better. And please don't forget to share this video with your loved one, with your friends and family. Share with them, let them benefit from it. Don't be the only one watching. Let them benefit from it because there's so much that they can learn. So I just want to say thank you, and then please, if you're new on if you're new on the platform with us, please subscribe to our channel. There's always guests that come. Like I said before, through other people's story, you can find your home part. You can learn one things. This is a place that, like, people come. They share their story, they share their experience, and you are here to learn. So I just want to say a very big thank you. Click on the notification button so you can always get you can always get our video notification whenever it comes up. We are always here every Friday at 7 p.m. So thank you for joining us this evening. And I remain your host, your one and only Niniola Fatai. So, but before I go, I want to tell you this, your mind, your mindset is very, very important. So you need to pour something good inside of you so you can have something good out. Because if you don't pour something good inside, there's nothing good that is going to come out of it. So please, 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 please don't go home with your day regularly or just casually, put something good in your mind. Fill it up with something positive, and you will see that there's going to be a great outcome for you. So one more time, thank you, and I remain your host on the Speaker Show, Niniola Fatai. Thank you for being here with us, and I will see you next week, 7 p.m. on the Speaker Show. Bye now, everyone.